Connected Forever is a nonprofit that supports families who experience premature birth or pregnancy and infant loss. Connected Forever is very unique in that we support the whole state. I often tell people that it doesn't matter if you are in Lincoln or if you're in Scottsbluff, you still need support. Our goal is to build a community within Nebraska so that no family feels like they face either one of these journeys alone. We offer a peer support program called Parent Connect, so that allows NICU families in the community to reach out to one of our peer mentors and provide support and advocacy for the family. It's just a different level to have a mentor or a friend that's been there. Our family and friends are amazing. They try to support us, they do the best they can, but there's just a different level of connection with someone that's been in that situation, and so our peer mentoring offers that for families. Unfortunately, the world doesn't stop outside of the NICU, and so bills, mortgage, childcare, those things continue to occur for a family. And so our goal with our financial assistance for NICU families is to take away that burden of the financial expense so they can focus on their child, their family, and getting their baby home. On our bereavement side, we provide financial assistance for families for funeral and burial, which also includes headstones. The average cost in Nebraska for an infant funeral is anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200. What I tell people is a family just had a baby, so they also have the hospital cost of having that baby. Those costs don't go away if your baby doesn't come home with you. Connected Forever has donated 6 cuddle cots to hospitals across Nebraska. Cuddle cots are a piece of medical equipment that cool the infant's body after they have passed. The cooling system prevents and slows down the infant's body from deteriorating, so the cuddle cot offers families the gift of time. And as a family has just recently lost their child, the gift of time is the best thing that we can give to them because that really is the only time that they get to spend with their infant.
They have been there from the beginning. After we lost, I literally didn't know where to turn or didn't know who to talk to that might understand. And so when I got involved with Connected Forever, I just knew right away. It was like home.
Losing Bowen was something that you can't prepare for. You're not prepared for that emotion that comes to you.
We were so excited, and we couldn't wait for Lane to be a big brother. And we kept talking about Lane being a big brother, and he'd talk about baby in mommy's tummy. July 3rd was the day we were finding out the sex, and so we had a whole party planned for the gender reveal, and we were going to do fireworks. It was just going to be a really great time with family and friends. We go to the doctor, and we notice that the tech was just going really fast. In the back of your mind, you're not thinking about like what's going on really until she said the words to us, "I'll be right back." At that point, I turned to my husband and I said, "That's not good." Then, we just immediately start crying. It was such a traumatic experience to go to the hospital and know that you're on the labor and delivery floor and not bring home a baby.
There's just something about knowing that Bowen was truly ours, and he always will be. And then I can kind of find some kind of comforting, joyous emotions when I know that he's looking down on us, and he's really our angel.
In the memory box itself was the card, the Connected Forever card. I knew that there was other people that could support us. And I think it was just amazing to hear that I wasn't alone. And I don't think I would be where I'm at today, just mentally and emotionally, had I not had the support and network group that Connected Forever has given me.
The NICU can be probably one of the most isolating places that a parent can find themselves. They've just given birth to their child. They can't hold their child. They can't be a parent. They have to just take a step back and watch the medical staff be the parent for them. And that in itself is one of the most isolating experiences for a parent to ever experience.
I can tell you, your baby has an intraventricular hemorrhage and that your baby has a risk of neurodevelopmental disabilities, but I can't really tell you what to expect down the road.
We get patients out of the hospital so quick because we're focused on their physical needs, but in society we also need support for our spiritual, our mental health, and I can really see Connected Forever being that part for our parents.
Our story started when I was 25 and 1 weeks along, and I had high blood pressure. What I thought was heartburn turned into my liver was swelling. I remember my midwife came in, and my husband and I, we were all praying, and at that point, she got a phone call from my OB and said, "You're gonna meet your daughter tonight." So she was born on August 3rd at 8:15 p.m. She weighed 1 pound, 1 ounce, and was 11 3/4 inches. It just didn't even seem real. It was actually too hard to see her. I was terrified. I had no experience with babies, and then this was my baby. And she didn't even look like a baby. I couldn't even stand in Amelia's room. I couldn't. It was too hard to see her that way. And I was scared to hold her, but I wanted to hold her. I think there were 5 nurses. It took 5 nurses to pull her out and put her on my chest. I think that was the moment that I knew I was a mom and she was mine.
I'm watching her sats, her blood oxygen saturations bounce down to the 80s, 70s, just like in a constant alarm clock in there because something's dinging all the time. As soon as Amelia got on Jess's chest, like she was above 90 and no more dinging.
The milestones they're just different. Sharing with a fellow NICU mom and watching them tear up when you talk about, wearing clothes or changing diaper size is just a deep connection that you don't even have to talk about. That I could tell somebody who understood everything that I was saying, like what happened. And she just listened, and that was like, that's what I needed, but I didn't know I needed it.
A lot of the concerns that families face when they're dealing with a potential for an adverse pregnancy outcome or a prolonged neonatal intensive care unit stay has to do with some of the emotional and mental things that go along with it, and I think Connected Forever definitely offers some assistance in those areas.
These families are going through an unexpected journey, and a lot of times it's really scary for them. So to be able to be kind of that sounding board for them to say, you know what, it's okay. What you're feeling is totally validated. This is a really hard situation to be in, and it's okay to let those emotions out is so important to have that kind of outside source to work with NICU teams.
We rely on donations to run our programs and to fulfill our mission to support families. Without the donations, we would not have the ability to provide the support to NICU and bereaved families.
I think Connected Forever is an important organization. I think that moms who are in the NICU have no idea they need it, but I think if they have that support, it will absolutely change the experience that they have in the NICU and after.
It has meant so much to me to have somebody that just reaches out and that asks how I'm doing. Connected Forever is such an important program and service. I think it's the people that make it what it is.